Hello everyone. Um, Sorry, this camera lighting is a little bit off. I don't know, it seems like it's way too white for some reason. Hope that's fine. So this video I'm going to talk about girls' fragrances that I like because I've done a few masculine men's fragrances. I've done fragrances I like personally. I want to talk a little bit about girls' fragrances, so I just balance that out on my channel. I've got fragrances for guys, fragrances for girls, and then they know which video to watch. So um, these are ones that I like personally. I don't know if you're going to like them, but I tried to give you a pretty mixed list here of like some fresh stuff, some musky things, some sweet stuff. So a little bit of everything on here. So let's start with Musk Therapy by Initio. It's got white musk, black currant, bergamot, orange, magnolia, sandalwood, and hedione. Now this one's just musky, fruity, a little bit on the well, it is feminine. Obviously, a lot of these are going to be feminine. But I personally wear this a lot as well. So for me, this is the signature scent, and it's got me probably some of the most compliments out of all my fragrances, besides maybe YSL myself, Dylan Blue. It's up there with that amount of compliments that you get. So like this stuff is really good for girls and guys, but I like it on girls as well. My sister wears this a lot, and she gets compliments all the time as well. Especially her boyfriend loves this stuff. So yeah, Initiate Musk Therapy. That's number one. So next is by Tom Ford. This is Soleil Neige EDP. I will in the comments write all the names for all of these perfumes. I'll make a list. So if you don't want to watch this whole video, or if you don't know how I'm pronouncing a certain word, just look in the comments or the description of this video, and the list of all the fragrances will be there. So yeah, Tom Ford's Soleil Niche. This is the EDP version. I think the Parfum is still pretty similar and smells good, except the Parfum's got something a little bit bitter in there, and EDP is a little bit better balanced. But overall, they're the same DNA profile. They smell pretty similar. So if you can't get the EDP, which is discontinued, Parfum is still great. So this has bergamot, celery seed, white florals, orange blossom jasmine, rose, benzoin, vanilla, and lots of musk. So, in my opinion, what it smells like is like a white fluffy cloud. Very similar smell to musk therapy, where they have that white fluffy cloud kind of texture smell to them. I believe this one's inspired by like white mountains, like the top of the mountains. So if you want that white cloudy kind of smell, I'm just trying to fix the lighting on this camera. Yeah, if you want that white kind of smell, then go with Soleil Niche EDP. So next is by Diptyque. It's Low Papier. Now, I don't know if they reformulated this, but there's two listings on Fragrantica with different notes. So I'm just going to go based off this one that I read. It's got rice, steam accord, sesame, musk, and mimosa. Take that as you wish. I don't know which listing on Fragrantica is the correct one, but it definitely has that rice smell to it, and then you get a little bit of that sesame and stuff. But in my opinion, it smells like paper or a book, or like just a nice clean mask, nice soft white clean mask. So a lot of these are going to be very simple kind of skin scents, or they're going to be very delicate fragrances, because I feel like men's fragrances are a little bit loud in your face, like with that ambroxan, just shout that bold, dominant kind of smell to them. A lot of girls are the opposite, where they're a lot more soft, light, airy, or they may still have good performance. Like Musk Therapy's got good performance, but it's soft and delicate at the same time. So that softness is what I look for quite a lot in a feminine fragrance. So yeah, Low Papier is really good stuff. So next is very similar to Low Papier. This is by Dianem. It's called White Rice. So I believe this whole brand of Dianem was inspired by Vietnam, or the perfumer is from Vietnam, hence the name Dianem. I think that's a town in Vietnam somewhere, or a province. So a lot of these fragrances this guy makes are inspired by Vietnam. So if you are someone from that area or Asian, you may like a lot of their perfume. So do check out some of their other stuff. But White Rice, it's got rice, pandan, iris, jasmine, white musk, tonka cedar, and it's just pretty much musk and rice. very simple scent profile that's pretty impossible to hate. I feel like everyone's gonna like it. It's very intimate, close to your skin kind of scent as well. I just love it. So just like low papier, I love it. The only difference is low papier smells a little bit more paper, a little bit woodier, and this one's more gourmand floral. So it's got a little bit more floral from that jasmine in there, and that's pretty much the only difference. So, or you could say it smells like jasmine rice. I guess jasmine rice is a good way of describing that one. So next is Givenchy Linter Rouge. Now there's a bunch of Linter fragrances. I think they are technically unisex, but I feel like the Rouge one probably leans a little bit more feminine. It's made by Anne Filippo and Dominique Ropion, so really good perfumers. This has ginger, blood orange, tuberose, jasmine, pimento leaf, sandalwood, patchouli, vetiver. Now, the main fragrances is just musky white florals and like a sweet vanilla to them. So that's why I actually like them, is because it's like a nice musky vanilla, but then you get that floral softness, which it does smell feminine, but ironically it works for men as well. And they all have like this bubblegum kind of smell to it as well. So it's a little bit bubblegummy, I think from a tuberose or something. But I feel like the Rouge leans more feminine than the other ones, because I feel like the other ones have got like tobacco or something in them that make them a little bit more masculine compared to the Rouge. So next is by Fragrance de Bois, Santal Complet or Complet or Complet, however you pronounce that. It's got coconut, lemon, violet, black pepper, sandalwood, vanilla, musk. This is just a very simple, straightforward coconut. It's very soft, vanilla-y, creamy coconut with that musk. And I've tried a lot of coconut scents. I like this one because if you just want a pretty simple, straightforward coconut, this is pretty much it. A lot of the time you get tropical, which is like you get a tropical fruit mixed with the coconut. But if you just want that coconut on its own, I feel like Santal Complet is that one for you. But do keep in mind it has got quite a bit of sandalwood in this one, so it's a little bit woody, but mainly just coconut, okay? A little bit of wood, but mainly coconut. So next is a freshie, actually, by Louis Vuitton. It's called Pacific Chill, and this one's got mint, apricot, citrus, black currant, coriander, basil, fig, rose, dates, amber, and carrot seeds. Now what we need to know is fig, apricot, amber, and coriander seed. So it's got like this really fresh tropical smell, very fruity in the opening, very juicy. It's actually not that often you get like very fresh, juicy, fruity fragrances, but this one is very unisex. Hasn't got that weird musky smell like a lot of those like Herba Pura kind of fragrances have. This is not like that. This is actually good perfumery. I feel like this is good because I haven't met a single person that hates the stuff, you know. So I've let a lot of people try it, and I know everyone likes it when they smell it. So this is just safe, foolproof fragrance that everyone likes, except for the price. If you can afford it, get it, but the price is pretty expensive. Don't worry about the dupes, because the dupes, they don't really match the quality or the smell, and they end up smelling cheap. Even though you want to save money, it's not worth smelling cheap. So yes, the dupes will smell cheap. That's just the nature of some of these ingredients that are in it, like fig and stuff. If you don't do fig right, it smells very cheap and bad. So do be careful about that. Yeah, just go with the original Pacific Chill. So next is by BDK. This is the Soir Extrait. A nice greenish bottle. Bottle looks pretty cool. I like it. So this one's pear, ginger, peach. Then it's got quince, cacao, pepper, jasmine, cashmere, and ambroxan, benzoin, and vanilla. So opening is very fruity with that pear and peach, and then the dry down is very white floral, musky, like feminine kind of fragrance. So I liked the opening at first. I was actually gonna wear it for myself, and then I got to the dry down and I was like, it's a bit too feminine for me. But I like the opening a lot, actually. So sometimes I'll just spray it on paper just for the opening, but for me, maybe too feminine for me, but on someone else, definitely I like it on other people for sure. So next is by Killian. this is Roses on Ice. I don't know if everyone's going to like this one, but despite the name Roses on Ice, it's not that much rose in it. It's more like a very light, watery rose water smell, and then mainly cucumber. So it's mainly a cucumber and rose water type of scent. I like this because it's a fresh rose that gives off an aquatic, watery vibe. It's not that often that you get very nice, fresh fragrances for women. So I do always look for something fresh that girls can wear, because a lot of the time people think girls' fragrances are just sweet, but a lot of girls actually want fresh fragrances. So I always recommend this one, even though it's probably not for everyone. It's a bit polarizing. It's got cucumber, juniper berries, lime, violet leaf, pink pepper, ozonic notes, rose, musk, sandalwood, and ambroxan. But yeah, it is that cucumber and rose water smell. Very fresh, watery, and yeah, I personally like it. I would wear it for myself, actually, just because of how fresh it is in the summer. I want something refreshing, and cucumber is probably one of the most refreshing ingredients you can eat or smell or wear. Okay, so next is Goldfield and Banks Mystic Bliss. And I'm just trying to go through this list quickly because, yeah, my computer doesn't have the most storage, and I just want to rush through this video so I can actually finish watching my show. So I stopped watching my show just to record this video, and yeah, trying to be quick actually. So this is Goldfield and Banks Mystic Bliss. It's another fig fragrance, but this one also has iris in it. So if you want a nice creamy iris that's not too on the Dior intense side, you want something that's still a bit more feminine and unique, I like this one because it's got fig, mint, kunzia, it's got cassis, it's got cedar, orris, and incense. And I feel like, yeah, it's just a very different, unique take on an iris DNA. So very sweet, but it's something addictive in here, actually, that I find myself coming back to smell it. Like, I know if someone wore this around me, I would just keep trying to find that smell. Like, some scents make you want to track it with your nose, like, ooh, where's that coming from? And there's a bug flying around here somewhere. Yeah. So yeah, Mystic Bliss is just one of those fragrances that I personally like, but it's probably subjective because I know iris isn't for everyone. But I wanted to throw an iris fragrance in here because I feel like iris is feminine, at least to me. So next is by Ellis Brooklyn. This one's a Dear Sky. Honestly, I just want to say you could get any fragrance by Ellis Brooklyn, Kayali, or Phlur. I feel like they're all good. Like, I haven't smelled anything bad by Phlur. I haven't smelled anything bad by Ellis Brooklyn or anything bad by Kayali. So if you want to get anything from those brands, just go for it because, in my opinion, I like them all. But I'm recommending Dear Sky because I feel like it's quite soft and floral, and it's good for. It's not one of those typically over sweet, fruity fragrances that Ellis Brooklyn do a lot, or Kayali. It's still got fruit in it, but it's very soft and delicate at the same time. It's got honeydew melon, bergamot, rhubarb, strawberry leaf, peony. It's got pink pepper. Feel like my throat's getting blocked. Tuberose, ambret, and galbanum. I really need a drink of water, sorry. I'm trying not to cough. I really need some water. Sorry for that. Yeah, where were we? Nice, delicate fragrance. Yeah, just try it. Just trust me on this one. I feel like you're gonna like Dear Sky. You may actually think it's too mature or too musky, but just give it a try. Test it. Don't blind buy any of these. Just go out and try them. You can pretty much test any of these at like Maya, David Jones, Mecca, Sephora, like the basic shops, right? So that's the good thing about these is you can just go in and try them in stores. So next is by Phlur, actually. This one's Soft Spot, and like I said, you could really go with anything by Phlur, like Strawberry Leather. Strawberry Leather's good. You could get like a Missing Person, Not a Baby, like father figure, like whatever it is, they're all pretty good. But Soft Spot is, like the name says, quite soft and musky. This one's got freesia, citrus, vanilla. Vanilla orchid. So like the flower from the vanilla, like the vanilla orchid or something. Jasmine, water lily, musk, and sandalwood. Yeah, not much more to really say about that. Just nice, musky, soft florals in this one. Very simple, delicate, and it's like intimate, close kind of scent as well. So next is another denim fragrance, and I just wanted to include this one in here for fun actually, and because it's so unique and different. This one's Matcha Soft Serve, so if you want a realistic matcha fragrance, which I feel like actually some girls do really like matcha like that much, this is for the matcha fans out there. It's got matcha tea, it's got vanilla, milk, and waffle cone, and like I'm not joking, it actually smells like matcha. So if you like that, hey, give it a try. If you're in Melbourne, go to Connection Parfumery, and they have it there. So you can actually, if you're in Melbourne, or if you come to visit Melbourne anytime, yeah, Connection Parfumery, they've got it there where you can try it. So next is actually not really a perfume, it's a body mist or body spray, which is kind of like, I don't know if I should put it in this list, but I'm putting it in here anyway because I also want to include a pistachio fragrance, because perfume doesn't really do pistachio that well, but body mist usually do pistachio pretty good actually for some reason. I don't know why, but whenever they try to pistachio in a fragrance, it just never really works. Like Kayali do have a pistachio fragrance by Kayali, but it's too polarizing for me to really recommend, even though I actually like it now. The first time I smelt it, I didn't really like it the first time I tried it, but I had my sample sitting around for so long, I just randomly sprayed it on myself one day, like 10 sprays, and then I was like, whoa, it's like it's so different when you actually wear it compared to trying it. So that's the fragrance you really have to wear to appreciate, and I just don't feel like a lot of people are going to give it a wear before they buy it, because you're not really going to go into stores and spray it all over yourself like that, so you're not really going to get the full experience. So I want something a little bit easier to recommend, like Bath and Body Works Pistachio Glaze. This has got pistachio, vanilla, sugar, and patchouli. And Bath and Body Works do a lot of good body mists, but this one is, yeah, just like a really nice pistachio that pretty much anyone's gonna like if you are a pistachio fan. I mean, it's not going to be a super realistic pistachio or your highest quality pistachio, but it's a nice fun scent that I'm going to recommend. So if you just want something fun, and you like pistachio, then yeah, Bath and Body Works Pistachio Glaze. So there's still a few on this list to go through. I'm going to try go through pretty quickly. But the next is a men's fragrance. It's by Valentino Uomo, and it's the Ivory one. So it's the Valentino in the white bottle, the Ivory one. But I'm recommending this for girls. Even though it's the men's one, I feel like it's too feminine, because this has got like a lactonic milky smell to it, which smells more like Bianca Latte in my opinion. So this is very similar to Bianca Latte, but then it's got like lavender and some other notes in there. Like Fragrantica says it's got fire, wood, and smoke. Don't listen to Fragrantica. It's pretty much like a lavender and milk kind of fragrance. So very milky, lactonic, with that lavender in there. And it is like if you just added like a little bit of lavender and stuff to Bianca Latte, it's pretty much what you would get. So that's why I recommend Valentino Ivory men's one for women. So yeah, if you are a girl, they do have a girls one. I just haven't tried the girls one yet. I don't know if that smells anything like this, but yeah, I'll get around to trying that one soon. Next time I'm in the store, maybe I'll let you know if the girls one's better or not. Yeah. So next is Prada Paradoxe. This has got pear, citrus, orange blossom, neroli, jasmine, vanilla, white musk, and benzoin. I probably don't need to talk about this because everyone knows Prada Paradoxe already. It's a designer fragrance, so a lot of people are already onto this one. But yeah, if you just want a nice fruity, girly chick fragrance, then yeah, Prada Paradoxe for sure. And they also have an intense version if you want to try that one as well. So next is Burberry Her Elixir. So there's also a few of these Burberry Hers. I'm going to recommend the Elixir one because it's got strawberry, blackberry, jasmine, vanilla, sandalwood. If you want like a nice strawberry kind of fruity, sweet scent, you pretty much have Burberry Her Elixir, or you could go like Phlur's strawberry leather. Both really good, but I feel like Burberry Her is just probably better quality, honestly, if you want that. So next is a very expensive fragrance and a new kind of release. It's by Byredo. This is Boulder Freak Absolu. Very similar to the original Boulder Freak, but like if you mix that with Baccarat Rouge 540, so it's very sweet and ambery, but it's still got that typical Boulder Freak DNA in there, like blackcurrant, praline, citrus, musk, violet, black amber, cedar, vetiver, and saffron kind of sweetness to it. Yeah, so it is still citrusy, but then the blackcurrant really shines a little bit more in here. The praline shines, and yeah, that Baccarat Rouge 540 ambery kind of smell in a dry down as well. So very resinous and like syrupy, but so good, so good. Just a good balance of fresh and sweet, which is why I like it. A little bit overpriced though, so maybe wait for prices to drop for this one. So next is Fragrance de Bois Tropiques. This has got tropical fruits, citrus, lavender, mahogany, rose, musk, and caramel. If you're just after like the perfect tropical fruity fragrance, then yeah, I feel like this is the one to recommend to everyone. So this is Fragrance de Bois Tropiques, and yeah, just tropical fruits, rose, musk. That's pretty much it. Like, it does what it wanted to do, like about as good as you could possibly do it. So a little bit soapy as well, but in like the best kind of way. So yeah, very fresh and fruity and perfectly unisex, but I feel like girls are gonna wear this one anyway, you know. So next is, I'm actually not sure, I can't remember which one was which, but Kayali Maui in a bottle and Maldives in a bottle. They're both really good. I just cannot remember. I get them all. They're both confused. Like I can't remember which is which, but I know they both have banana and coconut in it and some florals. So it doesn't really matter which one you go with. I like them both equally as much. And yeah, banana, coconut. I do know one of them smells a little bit like Wave Child though. So I think that was the Maldives in the bottle, and I feel like Maui in a bottle was like Leisure in Paradise or something like that. So one of them smells like Leisure in Paradise. One of them smells a little bit more like Wave Child. So I don't know which one it was. So I just try them both anyway. Yeah. Next is Louis Vuitton Symphony. It's been hyped on TikTok and everywhere, but no one's actually got the money to buy this stuff, so no one's wearing it, but it smells amazing, except for influencers that hype the absolute, I don't want to say that word, but they hype it up too much online. So yeah, this is grapefruit, bergamot, and ginger, but it is an ambroxan kind of fragrance and very soapy shower gel kind of fragrance too. Maybe one of the only citrus forward fragrances that girls can actually wear. You don't really get too much citrusy fragrances for girls, but this one is probably the best citrus fragrance for girls. I had to include something fresh for girls in here too. And I feel like out of all the citrus fragrances I've tried, or even fresh fragrances in general, there's not much that can really beat Symphony. Like, I just feel like it's just too good quality. The smell is just too good. Perfumery is too good. Yeah, so I recommend this one to everyone. But if you do want to buy it, rest in peace, wallet, because it's like over $500, maybe close to $1,000 in Australia. It's just ridiculous, too expensive. But again, it's not one you can really get dupes of either, because the dupes do not match the quality. So you can't really cheat your way around this one. You just have to bite the bullet and get the original thing, because the dupes just don't smell like it. They don't do it justice. Which suck, you know, like you want to save money by getting a dupe, but then you just don't get the same kind of experience or thing. So I got 3 more to finish this list. Next is by Aerin, or Aerin. It's called Amber Musk. This has got musk, benzoin, ambrox, and rose, sandalwood, lily of the valley, and coconut water. And I can't remember exactly what this reminded me of, but I think it was Navitas Siesta Drive or like Zerjaf Lira or something like that. Now, I may be confusing this with another fragrance because I had a few test strips and I didn't write the name on it. So I may be thinking of, there's another fragrance by Aerin. It was, I think, like Cedar and Violet or something in Violet. And that one was, I think that smells like Parfums de Marly Sedley, so I may be confusing them, but I remember liking them both. So that's the good thing. I really like them both, and looking at the notes on here, I'm pretty sure it was this one. So yeah, a very sweet, coconutty kind of fragrance. Beautiful perfumery, in my opinion. I really like this on paper, at least, so maybe it changes when you wear it, but yeah, I recommend this one because no one's wearing it, and it just caught me off guard, and made a good impression. So I like something that catches you off guard, and it's kind of like a hidden gem, because you always want that hidden gem signature scent for yourself. It's like a cool discovery, right? So 2 more fragrances before I end this video. Next is Zoologist Seahorse. The opening of this is a bit rough, but the dry down is just too good to not recommend to people. So it's got cardamom, tuberose, algae or seaweed, ambergris, vetiver, ambrette, fennel, neroli, clary, sage. It's just a very floral, salty aquatic fragrance. And girls need a nice aquatic fragrance that leans more feminine as well. So the florals in here are good. Doesn't smell like Aqua di Sale, thank God. Or it doesn't smell like French Riviera, thank God, because I hate that smell. This is just like really good. But yeah, you got to get past that opening for sure, because that opening's a bit rough. So spray it lightly and just enjoy the really nice, delicate floral, light, airy, salty dry down. So last one is also a salty fragrance. This is by Ellis Brooklyn again. It's called Salt. Yeah, so the notes are ylang ylang, violet, tiar flower, magnolia, ambergris, and musk. In my opinion, it's just salt, driftwood, and musk. Very salty. Get that like nice driftwood kind of smell. Like if you've ever had a salty driftwood kind of candle, I know you can get some candles that are like driftwood or salt, something like that, and they have like this nice creamy kind of musky smell to them as well. Maybe a little bit floral as well from that ylang ylang. And yeah, I haven't smelled anything that really smells like this before, so it's hard to compare it to anything, but it's just really really unique and interesting. So I smell this stuff and I'm just like, whoa, like what was that? Like, and then you sniff it a few times just because it's like you want to like kind of understand what you're smelling. Like, and a fragrance should do that. It should like get your attention, and you shouldn't really know if you like it or hate it at first. Like you should be like, what was that? And you need to smell it a few times to kind of understand it, because that actually gets your attention, right? And then it's like it gets your brain activated, and it does something to your brain like, whoa, this is an experience. It's not just a smell, it's an actual experience. So that probably won't happen to you. I mean, if you're a girl, you probably have smelt this smell before, like in a candle or something, but for me anyway, it did that for me. Like it was just an experience that I actually didn't really like that much at first, or I didn't know if I liked it or hated it. But now, anyway, I've come around and I like this stuff now. So yeah, that's the list complete. And I'm sure I could have added extra stuff into this list. I didn't want to put Parfums de Marly Delino in this list. That's an honorable mention though. I love Delina, just by the way. So if you want to get Delina, get that one. There's another fragrance by Dianum called Dalat, which is similar to Delina, so try that one too. Honorable mentions, okay. Wonderland Peony or something like that by Floral Street. That's a nice kind of like fruity floral. If you want to try something like that. And similar to Delina, you also have like Initio Atomic Rose, which is very similar. And yeah, maybe you could try like some fragrances by like Seven Virtues or NEST. Maybe look at some of the other Diptyque fragrances like Eau Duel, Tamdao, Velocicos, Orpheon. So Diptyque have some pretty good ones as well. And yeah, so they're my honorable mentions as well if you want to try that. I feel like you could also include Mojave Ghost by Byredo, which is also really nice. Mojave Ghost. Yeah, so if you want extra fragrances, I could probably make a second video like this with some honorable mentions. But yeah, like I don't know, if you like mango, go with like Wilhelm Mango Skin, something like that too. Anyway, I'm gonna end the video here. Peace.